talking shit, I'm getting lit, on my savage shit.
Welcome to the Savage Report. I'm your boy Louis V. Love, and I'm here with some special guests.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Josiah Giles.
Josiah, hey man, have some more confidence in that shit, man. Here, let me get you right. There you go. Pause. Yeah, get hit pause.
I don't know. We did pause 4 or 5 times. We had our pause ratio down, guys.
Pauses are needed. But Josiah, the gentleman.
Giles.
Yeah, okay, yeah, this motherfucker's a fighter if y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him fight a few times. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? He talks a lot of shit. You know, I don't know why he's acting all shy on this damn camera. You know what I'm saying? This is not who he is in the gym one-on-one.
The silent assassin.
Yeah. First time I met him, he was at I came to Vintage Gym and I walked in. I think you were there, and I tried to tell you that we know each other, like we're family, and he just kept saying, "No, we're not. I have no family.
We didn't.
I have no family." Then I started throwing out names and couldn't find out we do know each other.
What from Georgia or
nah,
like
my
local?
girl and his peoples are people. My girl's mom and his peoples are peoples.
Yeah,
y'all we're peoples.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Now we
he
family.
was in there coaching and doing his thing, and I had no idea that this motherfucker was a pro fighter. Tell us about yourself, man. Where you come from?
I'm from Mid County. I moved down here about 8 years ago, and just started boxing around 2016.
2016. Okay.
2016.
So, what made you get into this? Like, what made this is a gladiator sport. You know, what made you start doing this? You had a lot of pent up aggression growing up.
Some people got a bullying story. I was bullied, and I
like the
story.
I played all kinds of sports except for basketball. Except for baseball, but I just like the science behind it. The hit and not get hit. And
What's your influences?
I like Marvin Hagler,
Okay.
Andre Ward, Bernard Hopkins. Those guys I looked up to.
Who introduced boxing to you? Was it just something that because everybody knows about boxing, there was maybe like an uncle or somebody already doing it and brought you along, or?
No, I just used to watch it on my own. Just used to watch, different kind of fights. And then I was from Amelia, so it was like an hour away. Any boxing gym was an hour away, and I asked my mom the first time. She was just like, no. So then, I asked her again, and she got tired of me asking her, so she took me to a boxing gym.
Was you fighting in school and stuff?
Kinda, a little bit,
A lot of people start off fighting in school, and you put that energy somewhere else.
But I realized I couldn't fight. Like, I know some people say, well, I can fight. Like, I realized I could not fight until I was like, let me go into like a boxing gym and learn how to actually fight.
When you first started, was you taking some lumps?
No, I don't take no lumps.
I like that.
I took a couple weeks, months, to perfect my craft before I even got in the ring, and until I was able to,
I wish I would have took that route, because I got in there and sparred and got my head knocked off the first time. I had like a headache, bro.
Yeah,
I got my head knocked back so bad that the back of my head touched my middle shoulder, like my middle of my head.
Yeah, it's funny, bro, because I think like when you think of like a school fight or a street fight, the fight is so unorganized and it's sloppy, and you just you moving around, you're all hectic,
and it doesn't last that long.
And it don't last long.
And it'd be so tired in like a minute.
But when you look at like the sport of boxing and you see how everything is calculated, and like you said, you for me trying to hit and not get hit, for me it's a complete difference. So people who've probably been in street fights and like, I got hands, can go up against a boxer and just get worked. All the way around.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like videos of like smaller guys sparring with heavyweight type guys, and the smaller guys are the ones that's in and out hitting them where it hurts, you know what I'm saying? It's all about skill, for real. So when you first started boxing, right, what was something that you needed to work on? Like what was your weaknesses?
My hand speed. And I actually was kind of coordinated a little bit, just because I played other sports. But obviously, it's not the same. But just more my hand speed, my feet, my balance. And because when I started off, and I still kind of do it, I tend to throw punches and kind of be off balance. So I was kind of working on that for weeks, months. Really just an everyday thing. I still do it.
So you say you really been boxing since like 16. So you was still in high school.
Yeah, like
So when you got
like,
the skills and the knowledge, was you bullying people?
no, I was helping. I was like on the down low. Nobody even knew I was boxing.
Yeah.
You know. Pause.
That's the first ball that we really needed.
Pause. We can't say DL.
Unless
No.
Hughley.
Yeah.
It's about Hughley.
No, nobody even knew I was boxed. You know, everybody thought I was just, a kid that was talking to people, but nobody knew I boxed until one of the guys at the old gym I was training at, he had came by and saw me. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you, fight." And I was like, "Yeah." And then that's how everything started spreading in school.
I want the details. Did you show somebody in hands? Like did somebody get to see after you went to the gym and learned how to fight hands?
It was like freshman year. It was like one person that was picking on me. Because I used to wear off-brand kind of clothes.
That's not so, come from the bottom.
But I chose to wear it.
Okay. Oh,
and he just was picking on me, so it was just kind of someone trying to bully me kind of situation.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was,
what combo did you hit him with? Was it 1, 2, 3?
Like you said, it was street fight. It happened so quick. It happened. It was literally like a 30 seconds.
It had been a moment in his mind where he was like, "Oh shit!"
he got, he like was very timid. Started backing up, and he put himself in the corner.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, like
I did too much.
Yeah.
My bad. Did he apologize?
Oh yeah, he apologized. Yeah, he apologized.
Never made that mistake again.
I think we've all been in fights where you've underestimated somebody. Like I've definitely underestimated my opponent before, and like during that fight, you might have caught one in the nose, your eyes watering. You're like, "Oh, this is about to get bad for me."
Yeah. See, the issue with a boy. So, what do you think a boxer would do against someone that's a wrestler or something?
Don't go to the ground.
A lot of boxers hate comparing the different type of combat sports. You know what I'm saying? I think boxing is my preferred favorite. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like the hit somebody when they're already on the ground type of situation. Like I was watching the fight.
There's no rules in a street fight.
There's no rules in the street
Not
fight.
at all.
You're right about that.
So what you comparing like boxing comparing to what the UFC? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So okay, like if let's say you was on a street fight, right, and somebody had some kind of training like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or something like that.
That's definitely not. That's definitely not.
Whatever.
I mean, that's your own.
All I know is I don't want that shit to happen to me. I don't want them to do whatever they do to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like you think you can hold your own, because once a nigga kick me, it's over.
Well, I did jiu-jitsu and judo before I did boxing.
Oh, so you got strong shins.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Man,
But the reality, if I was to do, I still wouldn't take it to the ground. And what people realize is you got to actually grab that person.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to like grab them. Like the average person is not just gonna let you grab them. They're gonna go down swinging. At least I would hope.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what kind of person.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of.
You got somebody like Terrence Crawford or somebody.
Yeah.
He decides he don't want to box anymore. He wants to go for the ground and pound. You can really do against Terrence Crawford. He's like a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like in street fights, I don't know if I square up and you kick me, you won that fight. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
My mind is already thinking like, whoa.
This is
I'm not. I give you the fair ones, but if I know you know something, like you UFC champion.
Because I've seen a fight go down like the classic, the bullying the little white kid at school, and I seen him really bust out like some karate moves, and he really beat the dude up with karate moves.
Yeah.
And I was shocked because I'm thinking like, oh man, this dude about to knock him out, and then bro really got into his stance.
Yeah.
And I think the dude went to punch him, and he did like a back kick and hit him in the chest.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I knew. I said you can't just walk up on everybody.
I don't even need that. All you gotta do was leg check me. Once you check my legs,
you already know they're working.
You know what, bro? I apologize.
Yeah.
Whatever going on,
I was wrong.
Yeah. I'm believing the situation.
But tell me this: when did you first notice, like, because you're a pro now, right?
Correct.
When did you first notice, like, yo, I can really I can really
knock somebody out.
I can really move with my hands and I can take this to the next level.
Because I've been seeing a lot of your fights hasn't really been ending in decisions.
I realized, I just got that determination. So you can't break me.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. It's like I just go through the wall. So when I first started, I was just like, all right, man, I'll train, but the way that we train is we train mental warfare.
Yeah.
So the whole trying to like intimidate us or, none of that will work. So that's what, my coach, Coach Ian used to instill in me, and he still instills in me, like it's a wall and you gotta go through the wall.
Yeah.
And after my first amateur fight, he used to be like, still a wall. You gotta keep going through it. So
yeah. I mean, I saw you training in the gym one day at Cherry Pick Boxing. And I seen that bounce, man.
Yeah.
He tear that damn box. This motherfucker was not stopping punches. Like I'm talking about 3 rounds straight of 3 minutes, like nonstop.
Yeah.
Just straight hooks, jabs.
because if you stop, that get the other person to come back.
Yep.
So your last fight, man, how you feel about that?
It went pretty good.
Less ghetto than the one before?
Yeah. This is more.
You said less ghetto?
This is more
Because the last one I watched,
professional.
The last one I watched them fight was in Florida.
Lynchburg.
Yeah,
Lynchburg.
that was in, what was it?
It was in Lynchburg.
No, not this one. The one before that.
Oh yeah, that was in Lynchburg.
That was in Lynchburg.
Yeah,
Florida.
that was in Lynchburg. The one before that was in Florida.
That's what I'm talking about. The one in
Okay,
Florida
yeah,
was the ghetto one.
yeah. Well,
That
it's
was-
live stream.
Yeah, yeah.
What was so ghetto about it?
Just the live stream.
The live
It took
stream.
forever for the fights to start, and then when the fights finally streamed, it started streaming in the middle of his fight.
And then it was going in and
yeah,
out. Yeah.
Like I had to let it play and then go back and watch the fight from a replay.
Okay.
To watch his fight because when it popped in, he already had won. It was the end. Like he was doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that was it, man. I seen that one. But this fight right here, what do you think you did differently from this fight than the fight in Florida?
I actually had a real camp. it sounds crazy, but I actually for the first time in my life felt like I've trained for something.
That's good.
Like, at the old gym I was at, to be honest, I wasn't really training like that. Like I wasn't training like how I should have. I was training myself to be honest with you. And it wasn't until I got back with my old team. My old team used to be at the old gym and they left for their own differences. And then, after I woke up a little bit, I ended up leaving. But we had all came together and, we just, got back on it.
So, do you want to talk about the old gym at all?
Just a little bit.
Or the situation that happened? I know you had a fight before. That was Lynchburg.
Yeah, that was in Lynchburg.
That was in Lynchburg, and you just somehow you ended up not having the coach that you came there with.
Yeah, so legs pause. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, my old coach, he didn't show up, and that right there, that kind of showed me that it's a cold world, and I already knew, pause. I already knew it was a cold world, but that really showed me like this is a dirty game, like this is like a dirty game, and you have to be aware, and you have to wake up a little bit. So I just felt, I definitely felt, like that woke me up right there. And then my old coach, came to save the day, so, and that says a lot about him. So that, because he didn't have to do that, and he had already took me under his wing the first time when I was a kid. So for him to do it again, I got to give props to him and my farmer strength, which is my strength and conditioning coach, Gareth, and yeah.
So what? Why
wouldn't he show up?
What made that situation happen?
We had like a little, everything was kind of hidden under the table,
Money and everything.
Kind of, yeah. And once I figured things out, that's where everything became an issue.
As soon as you asked the question, that's when things got weird.
I didn't even ask a question. I had already knew what happened.
Yeah.
You know, I think he already, I think he knew what was going on, and that's when I was just like, I'm out of here.
When I came to the gym not too long after that, and then you just wasn't in there. You stopped coming, and then I think you hit me. You told me what happened.
Yeah, and I said, you got to make a stand, And at the end of the day, I wasn't trying to make people leave, if I left. But at the end of the day, this is a world where you got to make a stand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You can stand for something or die for nothing, So I'm going to stand for something, because right is right and wrong is wrong,
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people left.
I don't care if it's my mom or my dad, sisters, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah. A lot of people got up out of there. Because the vibes just wasn't the same anymore after you left. And then when everyone was kind of secretive about why you left, you know what I mean? I'm glad when I finally talked to you. I'm like, damn, I was wondering why the hell.
Well, if anyone knows me, anyone who really knows me, I'm not like no saint or anything, but anybody who knows me knows that, I believe in God first. So, when it's all said and done, I know who I am, so.
You're supposed to be somebody's coach. You can't leave someone's son, brother, cousin up there to fight in a situation where he
don't justify anything.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You can get killed in there, with or without a coach, but you can get killed in there. Yeah. And it's ghetto.
Yeah.
Very ghetto.
That's what,
You know what I'm saying?
Because when you look at boxers, the main thing you associate them with is their team. You feel me? You look at the Pacquiao, look at the Mayweathers. You feel me? They're gonna look Earl Spence. Like, you got to look at their team.
All those guys had a stable, like
consistent.
When they win, they win. When they lose, they all lose together.
Yeah,
like they don't blame each other. Like if I was to lose, I wouldn't blame my coach. We'll look back at the film. We take our losses like men, and we win like men. It's nothing. You don't split, depart, anything from that.
One thing I've learned from a lot of the boxers that I know is that the boxing world is filled with criminals.
Yeah.
Not for real. Like, it's filled with criminals. Like, a lot of people get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the boxing world. So you really got to be on your P's and Q's and make sure you read every last bit of every last contract, and make sure you get your front end and your back end.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers are, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
It's a dirty game. Man, it's like no way around it.
Scams in the boxing world go hand in hand.
Like with mafia.
Straight up, look at Mike Tyson. A lot of fighters have stories of how they've been scammed from a lot of stuff, man. In the boxing world, where fighters are going to fight, not getting paid, or you know what I'm saying, speculations in the contract where you're not getting your full amount. So yeah, man, for him to do what he did, and the fact that after I left that gym, because I left the gym after that happened.
Yeah,
I hit you and I was like, well, I need a gym that I can go to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I ended up going to cherry pick boxing. And I feel like that's the best decision I ever
made. I told you. And boxing. Shout out to Tony Cherry, who owned Cherry Pick Boxing.
Yeah,
I told you.
Cherry, Eddie Cook.
Yeah. Shout out to Eddie Cook as well.
Charmaine, like all of them, man. Like, for real, when I first started fighting, it was at Vintage. When I was first at Vintage, I couldn't move my legs like that. I couldn't move the way I need to move. And then now I'm at Cherry Pick, and within like 2 months of me being there, I'm running a mile.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they like changed the way I eat, changed a lot of the bad habits that I had.
Yeah, like,
it was a lot of nutrition shit that I just was not on. Like, when I first started boxing, I was 180. I'm 165 right now.
So you dropped.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's like I'm 165 and strong, not 165 and sickly.
And like.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
185, sluggish and feeling, bloated.
Yeah, like I'm good, man. I eat good. I'm focused, man. Then like to the point where like Coach Eddie asked me if I wanted to join the world class boxing zone. Yeah. I did that. You know what I'm saying?
So what's that? That's preparing you for like actually like going out and okay.
So it's like, I had to change a lot of stuff about myself. It wouldn't happen without you, man. I would have been sitting there still stuck on level 2 for the next fucking 3 years, paying $200 a month.
Y'all tell me this though, like, but what is the I guess what is the flow like for when you're starting off boxing and you becoming an amateur to turning pro to seeing like a Earl Spence, somebody on the big screen? Like, what is that?
That's years and years. Earl Spence is like years and years.
That's like something. Well, first you have to actually want it.
Yeah.
Because your coach can't make you. He can't make you do this. You gotta really, man. It's a long journey. Like it's a long journey, and it starts off. If you're a kid, it don't matter what age you start in. It's gonna be a long journey regardless. So you can't. You just gotta. It's gonna be days where you might not feel like yourself. It's days where you feel like you don't want to train, but you still gotta, persevere and go through it.
Yeah.
And that takes years. Like.
Definitely does.
Yeah, it don't take months at all. And if you take a shortcut, eventually it will catch up.
Yeah,
it will catch up. And when it catch up, it's not going to be a good feeling.
Like the illegal meat that Canelo was eating.
What?
Yeah.
Canelo's eating illegal meat?
Apparently.
Pause with the taco.
Let's pause that one.
I think that was before the first Triple G fight.
Yeah. It was like people try to take shortcuts all the time to get to a certain place. And they always end up paying for it because I feel like that's a big stain on his record.
Yeah.
Very big stain. Even if he, even if it's not really proven, but the accusation is crazy. And the fact that little excuse, him and Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That's another story. What's your weight class?
147.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you up there with the big dogs weight class.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So who's your next fight? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
You got anybody in particular you just like feed me rappers, feed me beats.
It's kind of like developmental, so we try to work our way up into it,
So you still train just in case?
Always training.
What's the gap in between a fight? Is it like whatever? You fight twice a year?
Maintaining your weight?
Yeah, maintaining your weight, and you and your team, y'all decide what dates. We're fighting, months and like 2 to 3 months or so, just because we working on a lot of things.
You ever get training camps? Go to training camps and stuff?
Not yet.
That's all right. So
I kind of want to stay here.
Professionally, how many fights do you have?
4.
And you're undefeated right now.
4 now.
Okay.
2 knockouts.
That's all right, man.
2 knockouts, 2 wins by decision.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's all right. I ain't gonna lie, man.
So sometimes I might have to, outbox somebody, and then sometimes I might just have to go for it.
You ever got rocked before?
Oh, yeah. That's all part of the game. But
how did you
I just don't show it.
How did you make it past it? Like, is there a certain type of training you have to have? Like, you get hit and you gotta
tell about that one time when you was boxing and you was like, God damn, this guy rocked me.
The first time I had sparred my coach now, and
damn, he knocked his ass out.
he didn't like knock me out or anything, but he was like, man, you getting ready for right? Yeah, he was like, man, getting ready for a fight, man. This is like, cause this is an amateur. And he was like, it's 2 minutes. You can't be playing around. You can't be doing what you want to do. You gotta, cause I think the day before I wasn't really listening, sparring. I was, but I was doing everything like delayed. Yeah. And, he was like, man, you can't do that. You're gonna regret it. And I got like, it really wasn't even a hard shot, but I like had my hands down when I got caught. I was like, dang. No,
left side, right side.
Oh, it's right side. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, dang.
To the head or the body?
Oh, to the head and to the body.
You got headgear
yeah, to the body. Yeah, I had headgear because I remember it too. I blocked it. Then it came back down to the body, and I was like, okay. And I was like, so you really got it. This is where you can't play around.
Yeah.
Because sparring is where it's at too. Like
tell me about it.
Sparring, if you're not in top tier shape, sparring will show you, and then the fight will show you.
Yeah, for sure. I had sparred with Coach Tony one time. Worst mistake I ever made in my fucking life. That motherfucker hits hard.
Word.
He was just joking. He didn't even have headgear on. I'm fully suited. That's why I knew something was off.
Yeah.
I knew something was off when I got there and he just had gloves on, fully just out, and I got the whole pad on. Yeah, I'm like, oh, they feeding me to the wolves. I get in there. He's like, I'm not gonna hit you hard. I mean, he's just throwing light jabs, open hand jumps too. Them bitches stinging me.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I need help.
Yeah. I believe it, bro.
And then what's crazy is another person that I wouldn't spar with is Joe.
Yeah.
I'm sparring with Joe.
Yeah.
Word.
he's different. I'm not sparring with you either. I'm not sparring with Joe.
Yeah.
I see Joe all the time, but I'm not sparring with Joe. He's a different animal.
Yeah,
You know what
I think he's what
He's
2 or 3.
170.
Yeah, he's like 2 or 3 weight classes above.
Yeah,
me.
he's like 170. When I first got there to that gym, I was his weight class, and I'm like, I'm not sparring against this.
Yeah.
Now you're a different.
You're like, let
animal.
me step to the side.
Yeah, because Joe don't talk much.
Yeah.
So it's like, he gives you like one word answers when you talk to Joe. So when I see him suiting up, like he don't come in there and train and nothing. He come in there and train, but when it's spar day, he comes in there, he stretches, and he's ready to spar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not getting in there with this man.
Like, go ahead.
You're very cautious.
I'm very cautious because I'm not on that level yet.
Right.
I
Yeah.
know my levels. You know
That's
what I'm
good
saying?
then.
Yeah,
That's
because
good.
I'm not in there trying to prove nothing to nobody.
It ain't nothing. Yeah,
This is
you'll
not
find
a
out.
game. Yeah,
it's
not
not.
a game. Like when I was sparring, one of my first time sparring was with a 16-year-old, and he was tagging me.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm James was stinging me.
He's like, but I'm older. I'm supposed to be able to.
It wasn't that I was older.
Yeah.
Because the younger they are, the faster they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just that he knew how to fight in the pocket, and that was my first time sparring. I didn't. So the whole time I'm trying to get away from
You
his
just
punch.
trying to survive.
I'm just trying to survive. Hands up, and then he's like jabbing me. Every time I throw a punch, he's jabbing me.
Countering the hell out of them.
It's not even countering. He's just every time I
Just-
throw a punch, he's just jabbing me, and I don't know how to take a jab at that
Yeah.
point in time. I ain't know how to take no jab. I ain't know how to slip no jab like that.
Do nothing.
All that training I led for 3 months
Yeah.
went out the window.
Yeah.
My first time sparring.
You surviving.
Yeah.
I didn't know,
The survival mode.
bro. Yeah,
Trying to
I'm
stay on your
just the
feet.
ropes. Man, coach had to stop that shit. Coach was like, all right.
All right, come on out.
Get up out of there. Get up out of there. I had to spar
Try
like
again next week.
I had to spar like 3 or 4 times before I actually could get the hang of taking a punch and throwing a punch and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's a learning process, man.
I believe it is, bro. Me personally, I believe I could fight like a regular street fight, but I know like if I was to go into the boxing arena,
Your cardio is trash.
I can't go like
He hasn't ran a
I would be. I would be.
5
That's
or
what I'm
6
saying,
years.
bro. That's what I'm saying. And but in my mind, if I'm in Kroger's and somebody's like, "Hey, what's the problem?" I feel like I'd be able to handle myself. But
Unless you walk into this motherfucker.
But that's what I'm saying.
Look at his knuckles.
Going into that arena, but even still, that's what I like about boxing, bro. Because I'm bigger than you, so I might see you and size you up. Like, all right, I can take him. But then when you when you get into it, yeah, when you get into it,
It's like,
yeah,
man, you can get in front of me.
yeah, you hit me right up here under my rib or something. Yeah, I'm done.
It's over. He be pissing
I can't
blood.
move.
He be pissing blood for 3 days. He ain't gonna know that way.
You need to take him to cherry pick.
I be trying to, but he's
I'm gonna get
lazy.
there. I'm right now.
I brought Jonathan.
Yeah, right
Okay,
now,
yeah.
right now, I just got to get out
You
my own
understood.
way. I got to get back and get into motion.
Really?
The cardio.
Yeah.
People
Mhm.
understand the cardio. Like,
Yeah, it started there first.
I run 2 miles a day. I run a mile in the morning and I run a mile in the evening with my dogs. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep my cardio going, especially since sometimes I smoke weed. So, sometimes that take a lot out of me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm transitioning to edibles. Less than fucking smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to transition, man. You gotta think about it, man. I chose marijuana over pain pills. You know what I'm saying? And like I had a lot of injuries to my body, and them pain pills were very tempting sometimes, So I chose the marijuana route. But what about, did you hear what happened with Keyshawn Davis?
Yeah, I heard about it.
How y'all feel about that? A performance enhancement drug though?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I do feel like, you just as an athlete, you kind of know like what you can and can't do.
But is there a
You
rule
know.
saying you can't be high and be a boxer? Because I could have swore like Mike Tyson said he used to snort cocaine and smoke
Yeah.
weed before every fight.
I don't
What
know.
the drug test did?
I don't think people were saying too much to Mike Tyson about.
Yeah,
and
and I don't
he's
think they
the
were-
biggest.
Yeah, but come on, I feel that, but you got athletes like what's the guy that was the running back for the Minnesota Vikings? He said he smoked weed before every single game, and he was a fucking running back.
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian
Not
Peterson.
Adrian P.
Percy Harvin, yeah.
Wide receiver, yeah. But just think about that. That's football.
Yeah,
You're smoke like athletes go through different shit sometimes. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
see-
and marijuana has properties that can really.
I've never
help.
smoked or drank,
Yeah,
so I don't really know
you don't
that.
do that type. You too good for that.
I've never done it, so I don't
You
even
just
know.
ain't too good. He
Yeah,
focused.
I never know what
They're
that
trying to be the
kind of-
champ.
yeah.
You don't need to stay away from that shit, man.
I don't know what feeling. I don't know what feeling it gives you.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what to give you. I just know that if you are an athlete, that probably isn't the best route.
Yeah.
You know, you probably shouldn't. That's just me. But I don't think you should. Because at the end of the day, man, you have people, that, kids or something, they looking up to you.
Yeah, they watching.
So they're probably like, man, like this dude,
I guess
what my parents told me not to do, he did it.
I guess some people feel like when it comes to weed and sports that involve things that can really mess up your brain, that can give you anxiety, that can really knock some depression into you. Like sometimes boxers, football players in particular, go through issues with pain that a lot of people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get to be like 30, like you'll see a difference in how you feel when you're like 30, not about weed or nothing, but how your body feels when you've been boxing and you're like 35 years old, but you've been boxing your whole life. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have different type of pains where like you might not necessarily have to ingest cannabis. You might use cannabis oils on your skin to help with certain ailments like pain and stuff. You know what I mean? I guess people just feel like marijuana shouldn't be.
It kind of has like a bad name to it.
Yeah,
so,
but with all the stuff that's going on in the boxing world, marijuana
like
should not be on that list.
Depression.
You got motherfuckers over here with tainted meat. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
You got motherfuckers that's
tainted meat.
You got motherfuckers that's scared to take blood tests because of needles and shit. Because it's against their religion. You know what I'm saying? But I can't smoke a joint because I'm having trouble sleeping.
I think marijuana has a lot of. I think it has a lot of healing properties if it's done the right way. But I think as an athlete, you have to know yourself. Everybody cannot.
Yeah.
Everybody can't beat you.
Everybody can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do it. So it's
Or at
for
least
some.
stop.
Yeah.
At least stop to where you can piss clean when it's time to piss clean.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you know you got a drug test coming up and you just out here smoking weed, like come on, bro.
But I think it will. I think they probably will make it legal, just like it is for regular people in sports because of the healing properties. But if you abuse it and it messes up your craft or your skill, then I mean that's on you.
So Joe, who's some of your favorite? You watch boxing? I know you do.
Yeah, I watch.
Who's some of your favorite up and coming fighters right now?
Up and coming.
Like not the ones that's already up there, like like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, like some of the ones that I would even put Shakur Stevenson in that up and coming shit because I mean Shakur Stevenson ain't selling out the MGM or nothing.
No,
he's doing Jersey convention centers. That wasn't a shot.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like we talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a couple. It's a couple people. Starting off in Richmond. It's Jermaine Royster. He's from Richmond. I think he's 4-0, 5-0.
How old is he?
22. He's a solid fighter. And then another guy from Richmond, the Manuel Lean. We fought on the same card. Yeah, he
with the Charlo brothers.
Yeah. He's a good up and coming fighter.
Yeah,
and then
he just won a fight too, didn't he?
Yep. Knockout. And then there's a couple guys in Maryland when I was getting ready for my fight. Hillcrest Gym and JoJo. Yeah, all those guys, everybody, everybody's on their own journey, so everybody coming up in their own way. But yeah, everybody, I look up to everybody.
You got a favorite boxer? Even
He said Marvin
all the way to the legends.
Yeah, I said Marvin Hagler.
What about you?
Top 5 right now. Who your top 5 rap? I mean,
they don't say rap.
Rappers being,
yeah,
rappers.
I know.
Top 5 boxers right now, any weight class.
All right, can it be anytime? Anytime. All right, I'm gonna go with Marvelous Hagler because he was a boxer puncher.
You going in order?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go in order?
No. I just was wondering.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson, Andre Ward, Bernard Hopkins, and Triple G.
Yeah, Mayweather in there?
See, as I'm saying, you know people gonna say Mayweather, the Ali's, the Tysons.
Because Mayweather is definitely like a good fighter. I just don't see my style in him.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I don't do the shoulder roll. Like, everybody tries to fight like him. Like, I feel like with those guys, I emulate my style in them. Like with Marvin Hagler, I feel like he was a boxer puncher. Like sometimes he could outbox you, and then if you feel like he was down, he'll put the pressure on you. I feel like I do that sometimes. Same with Triple G. I feel like he put that pressure on you the whole time. So and then Bernard Hopkins was a mixture of both of them.
Yeah.
So,
what about you, man? You got a favorite boxer?
Yeah. I'll get my top 5. My top 5 would be
Mayweather.
Mayweather's definitely in my top 5. Roberto Duran.
Wow, I like Roberto Duran.
Yeah, he's
he's
a dog.
man.
He's a dog. Mike Tyson for sure. I like Andy Ruiz, the heavyweight.
Yeah,
because I mean, I like him. He's not undefeated or nothing, but the wins that he have been big wins.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite fights was when he beat Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he beat him up.
He got him
up. And he got knocked down too in that fight.
Yeah, he did. He
got
showed
knocked down
adversity.
first
Yeah.
And got up and knocked this
And
man
was
down.
determined.
Yeah.
He was like, in his mind, his mindset was probably like, all right, I already got knocked down. So the worst thing.
But he got knocked down right back the same round.
Yeah.
That shit was incredible, bro. That, and then when he fought Ortiz, that was a good fight.
That was a good fight.
That's a veteran. I mean, Ortiz was old, but he was still like, the way he was fighting, he was like that, man. He was proving himself in the heavyweight class. I gave you 3 so far. Number 4 would have to be, of course, Terrence Crawford, and then number 5 would be Errol Spence. And because Errol Spence got beat the fuck up, he's still in my top 5. He got beat up, and that shit hurt me when he got beat up.
it was because it was a bad.
I just had so much hope in that fight, and when he texted the group chat before the fight started, he was like, "He doesn't look good." I was like,
I kind of felt like I was kind of rooting for Crawford too.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I was rooting for Spence when they announced the fight, but towards the end, I started rooting for Crawford.
Towards the end of the fight.
No, like as they were closing in before they started fighting and stuff, I was like, all right.
Man, by the end of
I was
fight,
looking outside of what they were doing.
By the end of that fight, I was sitting on the couch. Took him up. Oh
man, because nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen it coming. People thought it was gonna be like somebody will win. It will either be a knockout, but they didn't think it was gonna happen like that early, or it would be like devastating.
He didn't even break.
it was one sided. Yeah,
He wasn't even.
Yeah, it was one sided.
I knew something was wrong after the 3rd round, and Terrence Crawford went over there, and I realized the only water on him was the water that the coach was throwing.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
yeah,
sweating.
he was ready.
Yeah, it just seemed easy to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous.
Eminem, I knew it was over.
Yeah, because Eminem, he didn't even. Did he rap?
He just
he stood there. He moved out. He didn't even rap. The song played.
That's when I knew.
The song played
wrong.
for what, 15 seconds?
That's when I knew something was wrong.
And Eminem just said, he stepped out the way.
I just knew something was wrong at that moment. I was like, this doesn't look good. This man is coming to catch a body.
Yeah, I mean, he had a fishing net.
Yeah, fishing net.
Yeah, he won't.
Let me give my top 5 if I got one, because I don't really watch too much boxing, but I have some favorites. I really like Manny Pacquiao. I've always been a Pacquiao fan. Pacquiao,
Not me.
Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely. Mayweather. Got to throw Mayweather in there.
Okay.
And I think Ali and Tyson. I think that's where I go. Sugar Ray. That's probably where I'm at right there. But I really like Pacquiao.
I think I ain't gonna lie. After this, do we give the same? All right, put it like this. I'm gonna word this the right way. Like Ali era, you know what I'm saying? Like back in that era, do you think them fighters from back then can match up to today's fighters?
I feel like.
Like, do you think Ali as a heavyweight would fight Mike Tyson?
I think he.
Not Mike, bro.
Because it's.
Ali was a big boy though, man.
Mike Tyson's different. Though.
He's different, yeah.
Because it is a different era.
I'm talking about barefoot, black trunks Mike Tyson.
Yeah. I mean.
It's over. He was at Parkinson 10 years earlier.
I think, chill, bro. You gotta stop, bro. That's the great Ali.
I mean, I think he would, approach this fight like how he normally would do.
Do you
keep
think
him
he
on the
would
outside.
win? Judging by all the people that Mike Tyson was knocking out, right?
But you can't act like
wanna
Ali won't go in against certain killers.
I just want you to judge it off of all the guys that Mike Tyson demolished.
To be fair, they did develop him. They did develop Tyson a certain way.
All right, that's cool. He developed, but
Yeah.
I'll ask the question still.
I'm trying to get around it.
Yeah, him against Muhammad Ali. Not like Joe Frazier and all of them. Do you think they could match up? The heavyweight classes were different back then.
Now, I do think, like, the 80s, I think they were more, like, athletic. Mm-hmm. But I do think, like, as far as, like, like mindset goes, like you're not gonna break. You can't break Ali. Like you couldn't break Frazier.
I mean, he came up in the time.
And then I feel like
process was being burned in the yard.
I feel like the later rounds they would show their grit and determination. I feel like the early rounds, it could be either side or either one, but I feel like the later rounds, like those older guys, like from the 60s, I feel like in their mindset, they've came too far to let you try to break them.
Yeah,
so they're not gonna lay down.
Do you think that's the reason why George Foreman knocked Parkinson's into Muhammad Ali? It happened. I'm telling you, he was never the same after that fight.
Well,
man.
I think it happened when he fought Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
You don't think the fight with
Plus
the jungle fight, he took a lot of beatings in that.
But
he won that fight, but he took a beat down.
But look at his style. Look how he held onto the ropes. Look how many punches he took before he started to react. That's just years and years and years.
Yeah, I do feel like that played a factor, but I think the Holmes fight was where it's at, because Larry Holmes didn't want to fight him.
Why not?
Because they were sparring partners. They used to train together, and it came a time where Larry Holmes said that he was starting to get the better end of Ali. And he felt like, I think Ali had the belt. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but he was just like, he didn't want to fight him, but he ended up fighting him, and he felt so bad. Yeah, he felt so bad about it. And
fuck that man up forever.
And I think Ali fought again when he lost to Spence.
Man, who was fighting? That motherfucker was fighting for a long time. George Foreman. He was
45 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
And Bernard Hopkins
came back and won it.
Yep,
Right?
he came. Yeah, he came. And then Bernard Hopkins did the same thing.
Would have beat him down?
Nah, I don't think so. You
What
can't.
about Deontay Wilder?
Nah, you can't break him.
I don't think he ever took a punch from Deontay though.
Yeah,
Deontay
but
different.
I mean,
think
that dude at 44 years old. I mean, not to compare Evander Holyfield and Deontay Wilder, but I mean, that man took some shots at 44 years old and just stood there. Now, obviously, it ain't the same as Deontay Wilder's punch, but I feel like at some point Foreman would just be like, "All right,
he could take a hit." Like,
yeah, he can.
It's the word of God too.
Yeah, and he can sell grills and sell
and
grills.
and he make a grill on the side.
Yeah.
Like, it's
He-
Bag.
He can do it all.
Bag. You know what's crazy though? If you was to put like Pacquiao in the ring with Mayweather again, I still feel like Mayweather will beat the shit out of Pacquiao.
I think
Mayweather's still active in the gym.
I think if you go back to prime Mayweather, prime Pacquiao,
beating prime
if you did
Mayweather.
if you did like a 1 through 5, I think Pacquiao could honestly win 2 of those.
You're
2 of those
smoking
fights.
crack.
Pacquiao was
This man
I
embarrassed
love
the shit out of
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
I love
This man embarrassed the shit out of Pacquiao.
If it was like 02, like 2002, 2005, I think it would be like evenly. But I mean,
Y'all niggas is disrespecting Mayweather.
Bro, you're disrespecting Pacquiao, bro. Pacquiao was a fighter.
I feel you, but
he was small. He hit hard.
he
Like
got in
he
that
was
ring
fast.
with Mayweather,
Yeah.
and all that shit went out the window.
I do think Mayweather probably would have.
It's
Beat him.
Mayweather.
But Mayweather, but the main thing about Mayweather is you can't touch him.
Yeah.
You can't touch him. So
He'll beat you up.
so if you can hit hard, but you're not gonna get too many hard hits on him.
Yeah.
Because you can't touch
The
him.
reason why I compared it because the older to the younger, because a lot of people do that in basketball,
Yeah.
and I really do feel like basketball from like Wilt Chamberlain days was butt. That shit was boring. Them niggas would not be able to score a point in today's league.
They couldn't.
They were getting embarrassed. Even if you,
I've actually never seen Will. I've never seen no video of him playing.
It's videos of him. That shit is
Oh, really?
fucking gritty.
So, yeah, see,
And
when
this
people
butt, them
ask me,
niggas
I
are
don't
missing
even-
layups.
I don't even answer because I don't even know.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was like
Now the 80s was,
he was like
definitely a different time.
15
Bro,
for
them
like
niggas was
50
on-
in the floater.
They was on coke though, bro. Them niggas was on coke
And they were
heroin,
full time like
alcohol.
they were like plumbers.
Alcohol. Yeah.
Man, look, all I know is that
Mailman?
all them records should be void because that shit was butt back then. I want to see you do that. I want to see you score 100 points today,
But-
against Braun.
But is it the same for boxing how it is in the NBA? Like they're never going to give the GOAT to anybody else besides Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But you see
Mayweather is the Jordan of boxing right
But
now.
Mayweather is starting to say like, "Yo, I should be the greatest in
Yeah.
boxing. Like, look what I did. Look at my
Undefeated.
record. Look at So has he now surpassed the Ali? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, because I felt like he came up in the hardest. I ain't gonna say hard. I take that back. Them niggas they were dealing with racism back then. It's
Not just that, bro.
It's a different type of.
Go back and look at like the pictures of your father in like the 80s. Like those guys were solid. You feel me? That like their body frame and all that. Those weren't no small or weak type guys. So I do think, you know what I'm saying, the pressure was still there. Yeah, you dealing with
racism will make you grow up fast,
huh?
Racism will make you grow up fast. Them guys was like 20 years old, looking like 40.
Yeah,
built,
balding
and everything. That's because all that racism was going on. Yeah. That should have made that shit tiring.
That's a whole.
You be fighting your whole life. I'd be beating up niggas too. Joe, what you do?
I would have stayed in the house.
I would have because they might smoke you up out of there too. There's nowhere for you to go.
There's nowhere to run.
I would have just got a job at the steel mill and just put my head down and
work there,
raise my family.
Yeah,
I would have been got killed
in the 80s, bro.
In the 80s, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't.
It's a different time, man.
Yeah.
I would have been too allured from the drug culture in the 80s. I would have been out there selling crack.
Think so?
All them millionaires and built, man, come on, man. It's the 80s we're talking about.
They were.
I would have definitely got caught up in the streets.
The 80s, the 80s is definitely the peak.
Boxing, I got your box, all right?
Yeah.
Hit you with this gold rifle.
But even like the 80s, like things were still being just invented. Like you could still be an innovator of things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Back in the 80s. Like now, it seems like nothing is original now. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
So
Mayweather said that the Philly Shuffle is not. He took that. That's his now. That's what they call the shoulder. What they call shoulder roll. Mm-hmm. Called the Philly Shuffle, right?
No, I think that was from Fight Night.
Nah, man, it's called. That's what that shit called. What's it called? Yeah, huh?
Shoulder roll. Philly.
Yeah, but he said it's something. They said that shit was originated in Philly.
I don't think it's called the Philly Shuffle. I think that was something you came up with.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, that was called the Philly Shuffle. The Philly Shell, that came from Fight Night.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Well, yeah, man. I think that the reason why Mayweather can be looked at as the greatest fighter is really because of the money that he made and the record.
I think it's more so of the record. You feel me?
Bless you, Steph. Thank you.
All right, cool. You're blessed.
Damn.
Bless you,
bro.
Then he didn't give us enough time.
Yeah, like I feel like he already started talking again.
Yeah. He didn't care. He didn't care.
Damn,
bro. God is here right now. We already blessed.
I think Mayweather hurt the game and helped the game because I think he really made boxers more financially aware of.
And then he kind of hurt the game by the record.
By the record, and because did you hear about how Devin Haney? They said he paid off. They get them losses off his record in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know how true that can be.
Jump. I don't know if it's true either.
Because he happened in Mexico, so I don't think there's no video of his fights.
Why people always trying to make it so like Mexico is such a sketchy place?
It's not.
Because
shit gets sketchy.
It was in Mexico.
I've never seen any. I haven't really seen any early videos. I do think Regis though. I think he was trying to get into his head about it. Like I think he was trying to play mind games to him before the fight.
Do you think he won against Lomachenko or lost?
I think Lomachenko won.
Okay.
I think Lomachenko won. Right. Like I know everybody was about to be like, "Oh, he about to say Haney." Nah.
I thought that Haney won the fight as I was watching it.
If you watch here, I'm gonna say this because now I'm gonna turn it to like a boxing fanatic. If you go back and watch the fight, if you like. No commentating. Don't watch no commentating because the commentating can be very biased at times. Persuasive. If you watch it with no volume or anything, Loma landed the harder shots. Like, and most people, probably gonna disagree with me, which is fine. But he landed the harder shots. He was in the pocket more. He was cutting angles to his right more.
More combinations.
And even in the corner, Devin Haney said he know what I'm doing. So that says enough right there. Yeah. He said, oh, he already know what moves I'm doing and everything. And if you notice, Loma put, this is Loma's 34? Imagine a 27-year-old Lomachenko. Like he was giving him that work.
I do fight that war.
Yeah, I do think it was like politics of boxing, so they gave it to Haney.
That's why you gotta stop. That's why you gotta stop letting niggas go to the judges.
You gotta fight.
People gotta end them.
Yeah, either gotta be like
landslide.
Yeah, or
I've been seeing some landslide fights,
and then it's still yeah. So it's like
I've seen that. Like who just fought, just like recently with Tyson Fury.
And Francis, I didn't even watch that.
I watched that fight, and that man was throwing the heavier punches, but Tyson landed more punches, but it was mostly jabs. But
They said Francis should have won.
That man is not human. Whoever that black guy is, I can't pronounce his name. Francis
Ngannou, I think.
Ngannou.
Ngannou. Yeah, Ngannou.
All I
Francis.
know is that man hits hard, and every punch that Deontay,
They said he used to work at the sand mills or something.
every punch,
He might
probably
have
was
been
in
eating
Sierra
sand.
Leone. He
Yeah,
looked like he was
somewhere
a
we don't
diamond
know.
baby.
Somewhere
Either way,
we
it
don't
was
know.
struggle.
Yeah.
He looked like he was a diamond baby.
struggle.
Somewhere
Yeah.
we don't know.
He like he was the only kid there that kept all his limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be the
That
one.
would cross the line.
Yeah, that was
crossed
cool.
the line.
I mean, you made one too many Ali jokes in the Parkinson's. Now this.
It wasn't jokes. I was really.
I mean, it was
really
true,
making
right?
statements. I wasn't making jokes.
I might have to go back and watch the fight. They did say though he deserved to win. They
Bro,
said he should have won.
He hit this man with a punch.
Now, I did see the knockdown.
The
though. I saw
the crazy. It looked like he didn't even throw that
touch
shit
him.
hard.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't touch him. Yeah.
But when you watch it, like from I saw this one angle, and it just sounded like a smack.
Yeah.
like, bro, how many times does Tyson Fury got to get knocked down and knocked out and get a 35 count before we just realize that they're cheating?
Somebody got to
They're cheating,
gotta
bro.
go to sleep.
I
You gotta sleep 'em.
I
Yeah.
give the two. Deontay slapped them. They gave him a 50 count. All
And I
right.
actually never even seen the first two fights.
I saw the first two fights, and I give it to Deontay only because every time Deontay knocked this man down, this man got like a 30 count, bro.
Well, they probably gave it to Fury because he was like the better boxer.
I'm tired. No, he wasn't. Not in the first two fights. Deontay was whooping his ass, bro.
See, I ain't see it.
Go watch the first two fights, and as soon as he hit the ground, see, Coach Eddie tried to say that the reason why the counts was late because Deontay didn't go directly back to his corner.
Which is true. They can do that. That is true.
Come on, man.
That's
But
kind
neither-
of-
But he's been
neither-
doing this long enough to where he should know a fight like this, you should like go
But
to
even
direct.
all right, even when you see Tyson Fury knock him down, they count immediately. As soon as he hit the canvas, dude, like they didn't
Yeah.
even turn around and look where Tyson Fury was at. But when Tyson Fury fight, I can't even lie, I didn't even see where Deontay was because the camera was on Tyson.
Yeah.
So I'm like, a 30 count, bro. Come on, man. Now the third fight, Deontay lost. He was the better boxer.
That's the
Deontay
fight I
lost
saw.
because he came down there with that 100-pound freaking samurai jacket on for whatever reason,
Yeah,
and he
I
got
don't know.
embarrassed
I don't know.
every day. Every
Every day.
I feel like that kind of messed up his mental a little bit, man. Losing, like he said, he back in the gym though. He back fighting, getting ready to fight again. He got to. I mean, I want to see him and Anthony Joshua fight or him and Ruiz fight.
Yeah, somebody got to fight.
Somebody got to fight him, man. I think Ruiz is that guy. Ruiz is one of my favorite heavyweights, and Big Baby Anderson. He's up and coming. He hits hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to fight him either. You
I
know?
don't want no problems.
So if you had to fight a professional fighter, like a signed fighter to like PBC or Top Rank or something, who would it be? Who would be your like the person that you will want to fight? Like if you had like a imaginary shadow box for the title.
I would probably say maybe years on the line, maybe, he's a good fighter named Xander Zayas.
Okay.
I say like that's about it. Like not throwing shots or anything, because I'm not that kind of person. But I would feel like that would be a good fight for me,
Okay.
and I feel like that'd be, a good fight for him. Down the line, obviously not now, but I feel like I could do things that would give him a different look, and he would probably say that he'd do things that give me a different look. So you never know until you get in there.
Yeah.
So
You ever took a body shot?
yeah, I done got rocked. I done took a body shot. I got a poker face. So
How do you recover?
Don't show it.
yeah, I don't show it, so you wouldn't even know what hit me.
Did you ever get punched in your body? You was like, I'm about to go pee blood.
Nah, that ain't never happened.
You never had no like.
Because the way my guard is it's kind of hard to hit to my body because my elbows are always kind of tucked in. But the times I did get hit to the body, no, it wasn't.
I'll be worried. I haven't took a shot to the body yet. I only took one.
It's definitely not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling.
What
But
about the back of the head shot? You never had one of those?
nah. If somebody was to try to get around me or something, I take my hand and just put it behind my head.
You ever fought somebody that tried to fight dirty?
I've sparred a couple people, but never
the shoulder.
Yeah, and the shoulder ain't really dirty. That's just part of boxing. It's really called the shoulder bump. As far as fighting, nah. I've never.
Christopher Coop.
Yeah, Christopher. Yeah.
You ever sparred with him?
Oh, I did. Yeah, when I was at the old gym. This was like what, 3 years ago.
He just won. He
just won. Yeah,
he just won.
Congratulations
I sparred
to
with him before. He didn't go full power. He went like 10%. Yeah.
Where were you going?
I was going like
100%. Yeah.
Because I had strained my shoulder, so I couldn't go all the way in, but it wouldn't have mattered. He would have.
Yeah, he did good on his last fight. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, him.
Good.
Nico's nice too.
Yeah.
Nico's nice. Okay, I got something for that. Cause he doesn't really watch anything else. He's not really a TV watcher. All right, so let me ask you this. This is a question we asked before everybody got here. You had $100 million, but you couldn't do anything but invest with it. What would you do?
I am from the country, so I'll probably buy me a bunch of land.
What would you do with that land? You just gonna buy land and just do
I'll
what?
buy a bunch of cows. I'll buy a bunch of horses.
Stinky.
But
I smelled that. I smelled that as soon as you said it. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I'll probably buy. And then, some of that would go back to the community.
What community?
Richmond.
Not none of the courts.
Huh?
Not none of the courts.
You said $100 million.
I said not none of the courts.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll take, I'll take like, what, $8 million or something, buy land, farm, make sure I'm good, and after that, I'll get the rest. Because I don't need a lot.
$100 million is
It is a lot, and it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot to me to the point
empire.
where I wouldn't even want it.
every black person right here. I'm gonna build an empire.
Entrepreneurship.
All right, Caesar.
You think about $100 million. You gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself, like, how much do you think it is to like cure, like to like fix like world hunger or some shit? Or
way more than $100
Way
million.
more.
How many?
Way more than
Yeah.
$100 million.
Where did it get going? Maybe just for the city of Richmond. You think that's a whole $100 million?
Man, $100 million. If I had $100 million,
You wouldn't even. I'll say this. You wouldn't even know I had $100 million
At all?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't
Like
know.
you.
if I had $100 million,
Just give me the 5 and everybody else. Because I don't need that much.
Yeah, I'd definitely probably give away.
I ain't
50.
giving it away, but
I give away $50 million. I don't need
Yeah,
$100
yeah.
million.
I'll
I
probably-
give away $50 million to the community, but I would do something like it only costs what $1 million to build a bank.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put countless banks in black neighborhoods and help black people and people in these neighborhoods secure loans for small businesses and stuff.
Yeah, they definitely
because
gonna smoke
one thing
you.
about it though is a fact that depending on your culture and sometimes your race, it depends on how much money you're gonna be paying a month for your mortgage. And that's just that's an actual fact. You know what I mean? It's been proven countless times. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I will try to build a foundational bank. $100,000 you can build a credit union. You know what I'm saying?
So what was the thing with Caesar?
A Ponzi scheme. He was having people invest in homes and real estate and stuff like that, but they never even owned
seen
it.
it. Okay.
Never owned it, never seen it. And then he was basically using other people's money to pay back other people. And he wasn't get like, let's say you invested $100,000, right? And you were supposed to get $130,000 back. He give you $30,000, but then that $100,000 you invest is gone. You never hear from him again. It was shit like that. And then the reason why Envy is in so much trouble is because a lot of people are saying that they wouldn't have invested their money if it wasn't for Envy promoting it on the podcast and everything. So that's that, you know what I mean? But yeah, if I had a surplus of money, bro, it really don't take a lot of money to help our people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I had $100 million, my great grandkids can still be successful off of $50 million that I got. You know what I'm saying? Where like I can do 50 and really give it back to the community and help in a big way.
I would feel obligated to.
You could build a Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
For $50 million.
Let alone even if you just start building schools and just areas for kids after school to come safely play and learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would definitely will put
That right there, a couple of million.
couple of million.
I
You
can
still
take,
got millions
I
left.
can take $25 million and literally build a Wall Street for for people to come and be able to start over, like different type of loans with different type of interest rates for not just for black people, for all people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who might not have the best of credit, the best situations. You know what I'm saying? You can, but it can happen. But you got motherfuckers like Oprah that's going to buy Hawaii and then burn it down. And then,
so wild accusation,
and then make all the money.
Oprah burn Hawaii.
It's just ironic that she just buys up all that motherfucking land and then it burns down. You know, I'm just saying. You know, insurance. Anyway, let's get up out of here, man. Jill, it was good having you here, man. It was good having you here. Did you say nice meeting you?
I meant to say it to him. I meant to say it to him. Yeah, it was nice meeting you. So.
Hey, man, it was a good episode. Hey, you should have brought some shirts, man. Where your merch?
I forgot it.
Well, bring it next time. Bring it next time.
Got you.
Yeah, go on his Instagram. Give me your Instagram. Give me all your handles.
Josiah Giles, JOSIYAHGILES.
That's it. No underscore, no nothing.
Nope, just like that.
All right, yeah, man. Y'all go follow, support. Next time he has a fight, we're gonna let y'all know. Please stop. Please stop. His cardio was trash, y'all.
Yeah,
He
Why you keep talking about cardio?
30 seconds, he gonna throw up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we
it's
out this.
February 17th.
February 17th is his next fight. Be on the lookout. Get the merch. Go to our website, SavageReport.com, SavageReportPodcast.com, and buy some candles, bitches. You know what I'm saying? But we out this bitch. Peace.